Welcome to the Love Story Podcast. I'm your host, Ashley Green, where we are capturing the magic of every love story.
So how long is this going to be? And I'm like, just a couple hours. And I said, I would like a third part where we just talk about feelings.
I'm just here for, it's not a therapy session. It's a therapy session.
He's like, nobody wants to watch that. I'm like, I do. And then we're going to send it to Hallmark.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And I want a video.
Yep. We're going to talk about childhood trauma first.
Okay.
Rashes.
Yeah.
We've done our rash segment. Yes. Yeah, and woof, I tell you.
The doctor is in.
Yeah.
So I've had this itch. Can you,
This is what you get.
It is the love couch.
You're just a...
He's sitting with authority, that's for sure.
Well, I want to too, then.
No, that's not ladylike.
I never said I was a lady. We never said that was going to be a thing. All right.
Okay, well, here we are, the Love Story Podcast. We have Kris and Chelsea. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Hey, I'm Chelsea. I don't know where to look.
I'm Kris.
You're there.
We just, we're having a conversation.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
This is Kris. I'm Chelsea. Yep.
Perfect. Okay. So I have a love affair with 90s country. Ooh. And I listen to Pandora now when I'm at the store. So what is your story and how do people listen to you and know you and love you?
Yeah.
Do you want to start?
You're so funny. Normally he commands it. So Kris and I started with not even our morning show. He actually hired me. I was just a part-timer. It was March 24th of 2020. And I came into the radio station.
Oh boy, 1 week into pandemic times.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I got in within a matter of hours before they did a hiring freeze. And so then I get into this studio. It's my first time ever doing radio because I have a TV background. Mm-hmm. And I had no training. Mm-hmm. And so I was hired on a Wednesday. And
she wasn't wearing a mask when she came in either.
No.
Oh, yeah, so roll right in.
Well, neither were you.
No, it wasn't.
It was the early days. We didn't know.
We didn't know what was going on.
No, it was 2 weeks to flatten the curve at that point. Right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, sure.
So I came in on a Saturday to do my first shift, and I was like, I can do this. And it's all country format, music format.
And were you formerly a country music fan, or were you just like, I'll get in where I fit in?
I got into it. So I had horses like my whole life. Mm-hmm. So I do love all country vibes. Terry Clark was my very first concert at the casino with my friend and her mom. Mm-hmm. And we just had just an incredible time. And then Shania Twain, that's when she put out her dual albums. So it was a pop album, and then she did like a country album.
She was doing it before T Swift was doing it.
She's
so
amazing.
Yeah.
She paved the way.
Yeah.
And she
truly,
still is.
Truly.
She's so awesome. So I've always loved the music. And then now being on radio, I was like, okay, well, this will be fun. This will be a fun gig. Just talk between the songs. They make fun of me because I don't know what happened. I got into studio and I channeled like this alter ego, and all of a sudden I just had a really southern accent.
It happens.
And it was very spiritual. She talked a lot about God.
I love talking about Jesus.
Because she came from a nonprofit.
I was still working.
Sure.
I was still working at a full-time so I still had a full-time job. This was just supposed to be a part-time gig.
Yeah.
And so I was still
doing
working
the morning show?
No, this was afternoons, like middays,
Okay.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was weekends because you
and
didn't
now
trust
it's gospel
me.
hour with Chelsea.
Yeah, there you go. So hello all, let's talk about the Lord today, and then we got Shania coming up next. So love all the music, but I remember asking him. I get into this studio, and I just see this board in front of me with like a million buttons on front. It looked like the cockpit of an airplane. I was like, I'm gonna break something, and I'm all by myself because all of the salespeople at that time were forced to work from home.
Yep.
Forced to work from home. They work from home. My GM wasn't even there, so it was just me and this guy in the studio. And so I'm like, hey, before you leave, can you show me what I'm supposed to do in here?
Don't touch anything.
Can you tell me which
and just talk like a normal human.
Yeah.
I forgot to tell her that like 5 of the 20 dials and buttons actually do what you're supposed to do, but apparently it was intimidating, so there
was nothing. So he says to me, it's not rocket science, figure it out. And I was like, cool. So we did.
All right.
So then started just doing like just weekends, went through the pandemic.
Did you keep the accent and the Jesus talk?
They phased it out of me. They told me to talk less. Like they wanted like less, and I don't like shove my religion on my throat. I just like talking about Jesus and just telling everybody to have a great day and talk about love and light. And they want to talk about stupid boy stuff, like
just fart jokes,
the funnier stuff, the more humorous type stuff, and the artist stuff.
Well, God loves all types,
That's exactly right, Miss Ashley. Thank you.
I hear you preach, girl. Preach.
I was born in Minneapolis. You can't. It's southern enough. So we just ended up having a lot of fun. And as the world was imploding all around us, Kris and I were the only ones going to work every single day. And I just found something that I loved. And next thing I know, he put me on to middays. And so I had a midday show, and I did the old school lunch at noon.
Think of like Lainey Wilson. That's kind of what she sounded like at the
Sure.
time. She had
Listening back, it was so embarrassing, but I just kind of like slid into just a character because you're all by yourself in the studio, and
no one is there to stop you from your own bullshit. So you're just like, I can do whatever I want. I could be anybody today.
It was so freeing when the rest of the world was going nuts. I was able to be in there and still interact with people in like a safe way, in a healthy way, and next thing you know, I mean, we just really hit it off, and it was a genuine. Well, at first I couldn't stand you. Like when I first met you, this guy, he was a total workaholic, still is, very programmed, very doesn't mess around. And he likes things a particular way. And we were both coming off of like really bad relationships, like really bad relationships.
Some would say I demand a lot out of people I know.
Sure.
Employees as well, so I was a little hard on her at first, and
Super high standards.
So-
but lucky for him, like if he tries to tell me that I can't do something, then I'm like, all right, let's do this. So I was
I'm
like,
actually gonna do it.
I'm gonna prove you wrong. So fun fact, his co-host at that time, she had to leave, like fly to the Carolinas or something for a funeral, and so they needed somebody to fill in and co-host. And I said, absolutely, I'll come in the mornings. I'm like, how early do we need to get there? He's like 6. I'm like, oh my god.
I'd rather not.
I thought like 9:30, 10 was like early.
Yeah.
And now he's like, let's get there at 6 or whatever. So we slid in. First 2 days were fine. The third day, I made you laugh about something, and he laughed so hard, and he hit the button. He just looked stunned. Because he's like, oh my gosh, okay, not only is she absolutely gorgeous and super smart and has a phenomenal accent, but she's funny too.
Yeah, she loves the Lord, which I love.
The thing with radio is a lot of people, a lot of shows you listen to, this is everywhere. You can tell it's canned laugh, and they're not really laughing at the joke. They're laughing because they have to.
Yeah.
But
Was that you the first like couple days?
It might have been. It might have been.
You're like, who's this chick?
But it came natural. You know, she's got the natural ability to. She's easy to play off of, and vice versa.
Yeah.
You know, and it just came natural for some odd reason. So.
And it was fun. We started to have fun. And then I realized like I could rip on him a little bit. And we talked about everything under the sun. And I was only supposed to fill in for 2 weeks, but co-host, she didn't understand what quarantine meant. So she was traveling and drinking and going all over to bars and putting all over social media. And that, wow, we're really spilling the tea. And then, and then she tried to come back. And I'm like, well, that was the time where if you went anywhere, you were supposed to stay home, right, for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And so she did, but then she didn't stay home. So I was only supposed to fill in for a couple weeks, and it turned out filling in for almost an entire month straight.
Sure.
While working another full-time job.
Yeah.
And I loved it, Ash. I loved it. Like, I made fun of these radio people my whole life, like being in TV, like you.
Yes.
You think you're better or smarter or whatever.
Yeah, but you just can't cut it because you don't have a face for TV, so you stay in the radio.
Exactly. They're typically more introverted.
Yeah.
You know, or they talk a big talk in the studio and then they're out in public and then they freeze, right? But there was just something about this man, and we just became the fastest friends ever. And we have the same work ethic and same drive, and we would be together all morning long, and then as soon as we're done in the studio, I'd be calling him with an idea, or I'd be like, you're still my first almost 6 years later, you're still my first phone call when we're done with all of our shows. And we won't even make it out of the parking lot, and I'll be calling him and be like, hey, and I just like thought of something. And you always pick up.
Yep.
You've always been so patient with me, even when I'm driving you nuts.
Yep.
And you still are. You're the most steady person I know.
Wow.
Well,
That's quite a testimonial. Yeah.
You can be honest.
no,
I drive you nuts.
I am
sometimes.
being honest now. I know exactly what the calls are when you call right after work too. I'm like, we just hung out for 4 hours. What is it now?
What
Yeah.
could we possibly.
What do you need to say?
But it's fun, and right, you get to talk about. It was a type of therapy, actually. Like
Yeah.
it was, you know, the world was still shut down. Everybody was still uncertain. Concerts, there were no concerts. There were nothing. And here I am every day, being able to talk about everything under the sun, just making people laugh. That's what you taught me, was like just be yourself, just make people laugh, be vulnerable. I love serving my community, so I was always with nonprofits there, working with kids, working with families. And we just had an absolute blast. And then, do you remember our first radiothon to end child abuse?
Oh, was that when you were up in a deer stand?
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm terrified of heights.
Okay.
And he's like, I've got an idea. And I'm like, what? He's like, we're going to put you in a deer stand in a parking lot.
Are you dating at this point, or is this
kind
still
of,
just...
sort of? We never went public until 4 years later.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we were actually kind of together for 4 years. We never went public. We never went public on Facebook. Everybody was speculating. Everybody was guessing. But it was kind of nice to just have our little world, you know, and something private for once. And we were both going through, I mean, just coming off of really bad stuff. And my favorite people, I think, during the pandemic were my dogs, and they still are. So I kind of really retreated. And for the first time in my life, I wanted to be kind of an introvert.
Yeah.
But there was this man that was just a constant and just a good friend. And he's like, don't focus on the past. He's like, let's just look forward to the next day and how we can be better and be greater. And he's like, look at what you love to do. You're great at this. And he's like, this is gonna be awesome. So then the following February, we launched the Kris and Chelsea morning show. And you decided that 6 a.m. wasn't early enough. No. We needed to be in studio at 4:45 in the morning. And I am not a morning person
That's
at all.
early. That's very early.
Thank you.
I don't like taking the easy way out of things. Like I said, I always demand more out of myself and other people too. Was it the best idea? You know, yeah, nobody wants to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, but
we
at
were
the
up
same
with
time,
the cows.
right?
People would, and then I made it a joke. Like people would text in pictures of their cows and the farm. So then we started talking with people there. You'd always have your Starbucks order, and it was great. It was phenomenal. We would cruise through our show. We'd be done by 10. Then I would do middays again, and then we'd be launching into the next thing in the evenings. And we just love what we do. And then I started kind of falling for this person. Like I didn't want to.
All right, let's talk vodka. Not the boring, flavorless kind you panic buy before a party, but something with actual personality. Norman's Shuck Vodka from Garden State Distillery. This stuff is distilled in small batches in Toms River, New Jersey, and it's infused with oysters, seaweed, and sea salt. Basically, the Jersey Shore in a glass, minus the spray tans. They call it a dirty martini in a bottle, and they're not wrong. It's got this subtle salty brine, a little ocean breeze vibe, and a smooth finish with just a hint of pepper. Honestly, it makes your Bloody Marys, oyster shooters, and even your basic vodka sodas taste like you know what you're doing. Oh, and seafood? Forget it. This vodka was born to sit next to a platter of oysters. And because I negotiated like the feisty podcast host I am, you get 15% off anything from Garden State Distillery. Yep, the highest discount out there, exclusively for my listeners. Just use code LOVESTORY at gardenstatedistillery.com. You're welcome. Let's be honest. Most cookies out there are either too basic or too bougie, but Molly B's somehow nailed the balance. Bold, fun, and unforgettable cookies that actually taste as good as they sound. We're talking flavors like Be Cordial with chocolate and cherry chunks, Big Joe with fresh ground coffee and a hint of rum, Boba Doodles with Snickerdoodle and Boba Pearls, and everybody's favorite train wreck, the Hot Mess, with mango, white chocolate, and crushed hot Cheetos on top. I know, it sounds unhinged, but trust me, one bite and you'll be hooked. Molly's a single mom from Alaska who turned her kitchen experiments into a full-blown national sensation. Featured on Food Network, Martha Stewart Living, and even at the Grammy Awards. These cookies are indulgent, surprising, and absolutely addictive. And because I've got the hookup, you get 10% off your order. Yes, the highest discount they offer when you use my code LOVESTORY at mollybees.com. Stock up for gifts, hoard them for yourself, or both. No judgment here.
So the timeline is you were working just like as like a little part-time thing.
Yeah.
Then you filled in.
Yeah.
And then you're like, hey, this guy's kind of growing on me.
Yeah.
And so then you became buddies. You're hanging out. You're doing the thing. Okay. And then still kind of keeping your relationship as the relationship kind of grew and developed, keeping it kind of close to the chest, whatever.
Yeah.
What was the, like, when were you like, oh, I think I like this guy, or like I like this girl? What was that moment like?
Oh.
That's a good question.
You-
The whole timeline with COVID, it makes it difficult to look back
Yeah.
on, just
'Cause
because
it's
everything
like-
was shut down. Like,
And everything is on like a fast track
Right.
and
Yeah.
also so slow at the same time.
right.
You said, "I love you" first in a text message, and I replied with a laughing emoji because I'm like, "Yeah, right. Like,
Yeah.
come on." And that
Are you
was
sure?
that was pretty early.
Can I see that text?
That was pretty early on. I want to say that was even with like in the summer.
Yeah.
And we started going on like adventures and like we would drive, we went out to our cabins. So this is another cool part. Kris and I have like been circling each other our whole lives without
Yeah.
even knowing it.
Yeah.
We're both born in the Twin Cities. We both have family cabins that are 1.7 miles apart from one another in Wisconsin. That's bizarre.
That is
I'm
weird.
like, I wonder if I ran into him as a
Yeah.
kid or
Yeah.
something. So that summer we went to the cabins and we went to this dive. Oh, when did I first start falling for you? When you ordered a mimosa at the worst dive bar in
You want
Wisconsin.
Cook's champagne and
Yeah.
orange juice from concentrate?
This
We got
is,
you.
It's even
Oh, it's
worse,
bad.
Ashley. It's even worse. So we go to the 10th hole, right?
Okay.
Which is, however you picture it, that's exactly
Yep.
what it is, right?
Okay.
And they've got great home cooking food. They've got Brett Favre memorabilia
Yep.
everywhere because we're in the heart of Packer
Yep,
country.
exactly.
And they got a spotted cow on tap. All right. And everybody, it doesn't matter when I've been going in there for 20 plus years now.
Yeah.
The same people are in the same stools.
Yep.
And they turn around. There's nudies on the pull tab machine right by the door. And then there's kids who are playing like
course.
right next to that,
yeah.
you know, so whatever.
You can
So-
drink with your parents when you're in Wisconsin, so
Very
they probably have a
Wisconsin.
beer themselves.
Very Wisconsin. So I bring this guy in there. I'm like, I can't believe you've never been to the 10th hole. And this is just a couple miles from our cabins.
It was in the morning. I mean, give me credit here.
Yeah, 100%. So we sit down and I order a beer. And he looks at the bartender and he goes, "I would like a mimosa." And the whole bar went completely silent. And all these people are turning and they fix their hats and they're looking at him.
Who's this guy?
And they're like, "What in the world?" And she goes, "A wawada?" And I said, a mimosa. I'm dying. I'm like, just get
I don't even think
just-
she knew what it was.
I'm like, just get a beer. Just get a stupid beer. And he's like, no.
No, I want a mimosa.
So I said, it's champagne and orange juice. And if you don't have either here, it's fine. She's like, no, hang on. I'm like, and it's served in a flute. She's like, a what? Like,
Yeah.
not the instrument. I said, it's a
Yeah.
glass.
You're not-
So she reaches up and there's the only actual
Might be
glass.
a little dust on the bottle.
There was
Yep.
dust on the glass. There was a Stella Artois. It was the only one. And she pulls it down, blows the dust
Yep.
off this thing.
Yep.
I think rinses it with some water out of the gun. And then she has orange juice in the gun.
Of course.
But nobody's drinking orange juice at this bar. So when it came out, it was coming out liquid, like
Yeah.
gold.
I don't
Yeah.
even
And,
think
like,
I don't think it
clear.
was orange juice. I think it was actually orange soda.
No,
Yeah.
I don't
So
know
they
what
mixed
it was.
it. They don't have orange juice.
Even better. I'm like, so where's she going to get champagne? This is not
Yeah.
a champagne place.
Yeah.
So she's like, we got some champagne from our Christmas party. And I was like, it's July,
Yeah.
lady. So she squats down where the kegs are.
I'm
and she
thrilled that this is happening right
she
now.
moves.
Yeah.
I lived it. So she
Yeah.
moves it. She moves these kegs and she reaches all the way in the back and she pulls out this bottle of
Cook's.
champagne. It was Cook's.
Of course it was.
And there was tinfoil shoved in the top to like keep
It had been opened.
for 6 months.
It had been open.
7 months. And she pours it and there's still bubbles. I was like, holy crap.
It's a mystery.
It had re-fermented again. Yeah. It's a whole different alcohol bracket.
She hands it to him. She's feeling so good. The whole bar is still quiet, by the way,
Yeah,
staring
everyone's-
at us. They're like, what the hell? And then he takes it and he puts his pinky
Of
up.
course he does.
And he sips it and he goes, that is wonderful. Thank you, Annette, or whatever her name was. And from then on out, we were called the Mimosa couple.
Uh-huh.
So if you ever want a girl to fall for you,
100%.
order a mimosa in a dive bar in Wisconsin,
I
and you're set.
Died. And
How
that's,
gross was the mimosa?
was it?
It was not great.
Yeah.
It was so bad when I
But
finished.
there's nothing you can do in that moment. You can't be like, actually, ew.
I know.
I'm not paying for this.
Dust like
Yes.
I didn't ask for a second one. I didn't even finish the first one. I
Yeah.
asked for another drink. She just put the next drink on top of it. She didn't even rinse it out. I'm just like,
I think she went out
Here
for
we
a
are.
rip and she came
Yep.
back. She still got the cigarette in her finger.
Yeah.
You want another
How
one?
is it? Yeah. How is it, honey? Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Delicious,
You're
Pauline. Thank you.
fantastic. Yes,
Oh my
yes,
gosh.
so good.
Yeah.
I about died. So yeah, now when we go in there, they still recognize us.
I do
course
love
they do.
Wisconsin dive bars, though.
Yeah.
Nothing
yes.
like them. Nothing
The
like
best
them.
sweatshirt I ever got came from a Wisconsin dive bar because it's a hoodie. Listen to us with our dive bar, and it's
Oh, yeah, you're just
Yeah, you
fantastic.
just gotta talk
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
It's my hooded sweatshirt, and on the inside it has a can koozie of
course.
the hoodie, and it's a can koozie here, and then also pop top. Just got something attached right there on a little lanyard.
That's how they do it.
That's how they
you
do
gotta
it.
be ready.
Ain't no
to
fun
roll.
around in Wisconsin.
So in this parking lot, there are no car. It's all side by sides. It's all
Yeah.
golf carts or side by sides, and people are driving double fisted.
Of course.
steering with their knees.
Yes.
I mean, it's a classy place.
Love that. That is truly like you can put me in a nightclub in Miami,
Yeah.
or you can put me at the 10th hole in
Yeah.
a side by side and
Yeah.
a dusty mimosa
Yeah.
and a beer, and it's like, where would I rather be? You know?
It's a
10th
thing where
hole.
like if you
Yeah.
get pulled over, you better have one for the cop.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, it's
Yes.
not good.
Should we shake some dice
I
before
don't
we
think,
continue?
I
on?
think they're all by the casino. Like I've never seen law enforcement in the decades.
They're
we've
like,
been
if
up
you're
there.
drinking at the 10th hole, you've got your under control.
Yeah.
We don't
We're
need to
gonna let
monitor
it
you.
slide.
Exactly.
You know, if a bear eats you on the way home, then
Yeah,
that's
call us.
Yeah, yep.
But other than that, nah, I don't want to hear about like somebody made me feel uncomfortable. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Not the classy place, but that is now like our new spot.
Of course.
But going back to the time when we knew, we didn't really go public until we got down here to St. Cloud. I don't think on the
Yeah.
on the radio. We
Okay.
didn't really talk about a relationship much on the radio. Close people and close listeners knew.
Yeah.
Like if they would ask, we'd tell them. It's
Oh.
not like we were trying to hide it.
The
but
rumors were great though, because every other month I was either pregnant or we were married. And so I would get various phone calls from family members and being like, hey, I heard from so-and-so. Because it was my hometown
yeah.
where this was happening. So everybody was like speculating from church or Target or wherever it was.
We
And-
go on a trip, go to Vegas. Oh, did you get married? Did you
Yeah.
get married in Vegas?
Yeah.
Did you get
Yeah.
married at the 10th hole?
No, we just got really drunk. Like,
Yeah.
Very much,
Yeah.
and we're just having a good time. And honestly, it was the first relationship where I didn't try to put myself in that progression where you date, you fall in love, you get engaged, you get married. Like
Yep.
there were no dates set for me. I was actually on the other side of it, Ash. I was trying so hard to not get so serious so quick because I fall in love so hard.
Yeah.
And it's kind of same thing for you, but it was impossible.
Well, I told you I wasn't going to get married again. Remember that?
Yeah.
And honestly, I wasn't. The last
Yeah.
one was just like, I can't do that
And I was
anymore.
like, fine. Yeah. And I met her. I was like, I'm okay with that.
So we took it real slow,
Yeah.
obviously, and probably slower than she wanted. But
Well, here or there, because I fall in love really fast and get attached really
Yep.
fast, and I didn't want to do that again with this one. So I think by the time you finally warmed up and started finding your feelings, you know,
Yeah.
that were buried under rock,
they're in there somewhere.
Yeah.
then I started having my Miss Independence drink, and I'm like, I don't need a man. Like, I'm
Yeah.
going to be fine. And I was like, I'm going to, adopt like 12 kids from 12 different countries, and I'm going to have all my dogs, and
Yeah.
I'm going to have a haven of horses. And that's what I wanted. And then that's when you were just like, then I think that's when you were like, okay, actually, no, like, let's make this
Right.
happen and make this work. And of course, when you have blended families too, and bonus daughters, and you got a lot of family involved, there's just a lot of dynamics that are involved in that.
You want to
And-
do it the right way, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, remember the time where we probably took like a brief split for like a week or something like that.
Yeah, I think
And then
it
she
was a-
decided to go on Marketplace on Facebook, and obviously that turned out
Was
great.
it Marketplace? This
You were
isn't
marketplacing
Craigslist.
a man?
No, it was Facebook dating. It's not
Oh, was it?
Marketplace with the microwaves and the dusty couches.
And then some guy with like, I'll take that one.
There
Is
were
this?
times-
I'm interested. Are you available? Is this still available?
Meet me at Walmart after midnight. Like, God.
Right.
Oh, man. No, I think I dumped him probably like 3 times.
I encouraged that, and then she came back, and she's like, "Man, you're not so bad, I guess."
Yeah.
It's awful out there. I'll stick with what I know.
Yeah.
My dusty mimosa guy.
For those that are on the dating scene and the dating apps, they know exactly.
Oh,
it's
so
got to be worse now than
bad.
it was 4 years ago.
It's so
you know?
bad. Remember when I turned you gay on Tinder? Yeah, and
Intentionally or accidentally?
No, on purpose. That was before everything kind of got like serious and stuff, because he was like, there are all these girls on there, and and it was going to his head, so I like to like take him down a notch.
Yeah.
I'd get like 2 pings a day or a week or whatever it was. And then she took my phone and she changed the settings on it.
I was like, here we go. So then the next day we get in the studio, and he's like, I have like 32 messages, like 32 matches. And I was like, oh, let's see what they
them
are.
up.
Let's
And
thumb
he's
through 'em.
like, why did they all have rainbow hair, or they're wearing cat ears? And I was just like,
"Oh, look, it's Michael. It's David. It's
Yeah.
it was a bunch of dudes." And he's like, he was so confused. And I'm like, I turned you gay.
Yeah.
I switched it over. And you never switched it back. And I think you finally deleted that app like a week after that.
yeah." I was kind of done with that.
Yeah.
That was new into the relationship, obviously.
We
so.
were not an
Right.
official thing at that point at all. Just having fun. But
Yeah.
So I had hopped on Facebook dating. And that
What
was
is that like?
terrifying.
Okay.
I've been through a lot.
Also, does like everyone, is it like you're just Tindering through your friends list, or is it like
it's worse? So
Okay.
I'm in my mid 30s,
Yep.
all right? And so my matches where I'm at in my life, it was really strange. It was 2 different types of men. The older ones that have been divorced and they have children and they have money, and now they want you to
they want a sugar baby?
They do. And, but I'm, I'm just independent.
yeah.
Like, buy me some nice stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
So then they basically just want, like, and this is true. There's like 4 of them that just literally wanted me to move into their house like the next week. Like, we've never even met. We haven't even had a conversation.
You don't
at
even
this
know.
point.
You don't know my brand of crazy,
No.
and you are giving me a key to your home.
The background checks weren't finishing
No,
processing.
I'm
right?
a boil a rabbit on your stove. Like, yeah.
It was like freaky.
Yeah.
So they wanted me to move in and like live on. And this one guy's like, I have a ranch. I see you like horses. I was like, yeah, I like horses, but I don't know if I like you.
Right.
So they literally like so the older guys, they want you to just move in, and then you can be the mom, and you can clean the house, and you can take care of the kids. You know how much I love cleaning.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
joke
loves
would be on them. And then there were the 20-year-olds that were coming at me, and they were like, "Oh, she's on
Yeah,
the radio.
show me some
Like,
things.
Am I gonna get like
Teach me.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
they want record deals, or they want like concert tickets. I'm like, I'm not even at that level, dude. I
Yeah.
have like a afternoon show like
In central Minnesota.
Central Minnesota.
Yeah.
Little do they know the concert tickets go through me.
Yeah.
She's not getting
Yeah.
them.
My yeah, go hit up Chris.
For a
So, gosh, so that was it was nuts. And then in my hometown, it's a little bit of a smaller town. You have like the guys who. There's a reason why they're on Facebook dating, all right? And there was one that was matching me, and all he wanted to do was play bridge. And those were his favorite friends were grandmas, which I think is so sweet.
Also, yeah.
But I don't like math. I don't like counting, and I secretly hate bridge.
Feels like it would be a very complicated game.
And what's the one cribbage? What's the one cribbage? Like asked him what his hobbies were, and he's like, I make cribbage boards. And I was like, okay, tell me more. He's like, I make cribbage boards. I was like, wow.
Yeah. What
thank
else?
you.
What more information do you need
How can
to
I
know?
compete
And
with that?
I said,
Yeah.
what would we do on a first date? And he's like, play cribbage. And it was with his church
A lot of
ladies. And I was-
cribbage-based activities
I
that we're doing.
just can't. And he makes all these custom cribbage boards and stuff. And it was just, I don't know. That was just the one that really stuck out in my head.
It is cribbage culture. Like you don't just play cribbage, you love cribbage.
It's life.
Yeah.
And they have tournaments.
Yeah.
And like, yeah.
And like jokes
and
and
partners.
like
Yeah.
and they can like look at numbers and they're just like, my partner plays cribbage, and we played cribbage for the first time, and I was like, I like cross cribbage because it's like a little bit different and whatever. Because like the way that I feel about cribbage is I'm like, I just get bored because it's the same thing over and over again.
You. And don't you like count to 15 every
Yes,
time?
and it's like
then
15
oh,
or
you gotta
6
go
points
around
or whatever.
again.
Yes, and
Yeah.
like skunked ya, and it's like I don't care. But like cross cribbage is a little bit of like I'm playing like I get to play offensive and defensive in cross cribbage because it's like it's like whatever boring cribbage hands, but also like there's 5 of them at the same time, and I'm playing one way and you play the other way, so I could like lay a card that like totally screws up all your points, which I like that. I like the element of like I get to like offensively like take
Attack
you out.
people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so even still playing that, I had the edge because he hadn't played cross cribbage before, but he likes cribbage. And as we were playing, I was like casually kind of counting and doing the thing, and he was like taking points from me because he was like, you know, like it's like if you missed counting a couple of points or whatever, and I was like, you're making this not fun.
He was he was cheating?
No, it was like if I go, okay, like 15-2, 15-4, pair for 6, and he's like actually 15-8, and then he would like peg 2 points. Yes, and I was like, I'm having fun and you're trying to cut me out at the knees,
You're being a
yeah, you're making this not fun for me. So what are we going to do? How are we going to make this fun for me? Because like you taking my points, you have to like just tell me what the points are.
Yeah.
Then cribbage people are they're crazy.
See, I think I would flip the table at that point.
Yeah, it's very like I think I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And I'm not coming
Never
back.
come
She
back.
has flipped the Monopoly board before. She's a very
hold on.
very sore loser.
What's your Monopoly strategy? I'm going to
Okay.
We're going to have to go offline
I
and talk
want
about
to
this, and I'll give
just
you a Monopoly strategy that will
dominate
win every time.
Everything. I've never. We actually came to a standstill. We actually played it where we ran out of money. Like he was being so nice to me. That's never happened before. But I like to go around the board. Everything I land on, I buy.
Okay.
Oh, first off, I like the kids' version of Monopoly. I don't like the boardwalk and the. I don't like that. Like I want like the
Legoland.
I want like the or
Make
like the
it fun.
Candyland one, or like the local ones or whatever. Like I want like to buy a cotton candy machine. I don't care about, railroads, like whatever.
Yeah.
So I go around the board, I buy everything, and then I like to take money from people, but as soon as I run out of money, I get really, really mad.
Yeah.
And then at that point, I think I'll flip it, just flip the whole board, and then I'll just walk away.
So we haven't
I don't
played.
care.
We haven't played since.
No.
Left a bad taste.
And that was his favorite
Like-
board game, and I'm like, oh my
I'm like,
God.
let's go play Scrabble, but she won't play that because she doesn't like words.
Yeah,
She
words
likes
are hard.
reading, but not
words.
words though.
I
so.
like words. I just don't like the math with the words.
Yes, when you combine letters and numbers, it's like we're not playing algebra. I
Right.
just want to be able to like have a fun time.
Now, Uno. Like, I'll dominate with Uno, and I've been known to make kids, like, cry with Uno, and I whoop your butt every time to the point where you don't even, because I love strategy. Just like what you were saying, I love to, like, take people down.
Yes.
I just
And-
don't want her to flip the table.
Yeah, so. But I don't know, you just do that. But I like Uno. I like that draw 4. Oh, yeah.
Except when it's turned around on you and you're like, okay, I had 1 card and now I have 5. And now
okay.
I have 9.
It's okay.
And now,
No, I already have it in my head. I already have it played out. I already have it played out the 90 different ways that somebody can screw me over because that was real life. And now this isn't a card game. And here we go. It's so therapeutic. I love it.
I think she comes from a very competitive family. I do as well. And I'm still the reigning Monopoly champ in my family.
You can have it.
We haven't played since that Christmas. It's been like 12 years, but you know what? I still have the title. So
God, you're such a nerd.
when we go to my family's, we should play it.
No.
Come on, let's go.
no.
I have the
Let's go.
strategy.
Okay, yes, you're going to tell me.
Yeah. Don't take the strategy. You buy up the little ones. You buy up
Yeah.
the purples.
Yeah.
And you buy up the light blues. And then maybe buy up like the pinks on the other corner. So you're just like right past go. You just like you monopolize Trash Town. And then you just like you
Those are
have
my favorite
that.
ones, though.
Yes.
Okay.
And then don't get crazy. Don't buy everything else. And the railroads are good too, because if you land on
Yeah.
it. But here's the thing. You pass go.
Yep.
You collect your $200.
Yep.
Then somebody lands, boom, they land on your like Baltic Avenue with like a hotel on it. That's
cotton candy,
$250.
give 'em that money.
Yeah, exactly. Cotton candy, $250. I know you just made 200. You're going to get paid. It's like an automatic payday.
But
if somebody
a
lands,
hotel on like Baltic or whatever it is like
it costs
$20.
like yeah. No,
never
if you've got
got
a
to the point where
if
I
you've
get
got
a
a
hotel.
it's so cheap to put up a hotel, and it's so cheap to pay the rent, and so
little-
you're going to get paid.
The red and green houses.
That's a good strategy because I, as a guy, I'm like, give me boardwalk. Give me.
Exactly. Give me the biggest and the
Yeah.
best.
I like
can't
getting
afford
in
it, so I
jail.
go bankrupt.
I like getting out of jail. I like picking what piece I'm gonna have. I like getting all the colors, and then I'm over it. Monopoly never ends. It just keeps going. It's like the game of life.
especially
it just makes
if,
you
like-
so depressed.
Yes.
Like I have no money.
And now
Oh,
you
the
have
bank?
kids, and then you're like, okay, now I put my little like peg on my stupid car, and then it's like, and that kid wants to go to college, and you're like, fuck that kid.
This is supposed to be a fun game.
Yes, I don't want to play real life. I don't want to pay bills. I don't want.
My niece, we did Chutes and Ladders. Speaking of, she's only like 8. We did Chutes and Ladders when she was 6. Speaking of competitiveness, all right, she flipped the board during Chutes and Ladders because it
runs in the family.
She kept hitting the chute.
Oh, damn.
And it kept starting her at the beginning. And I'm like, Reese, this is how we learn patience. And she's like, I don't have it. So she flipped that. And I was like, well, she is me. So
yeah, because also too, like you get all the way up and then you hit the one chute that takes you all the way down.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought by me giving her sound effects that would make it fun. But
no, my rash is itching right now. And it's like, yeah.
we just learned about it. We're learning things.
Oh, and it's rough. But okay. All right. I'm like a dog that starts.
I'm like, if your leg starts thumping.
Yeah. It is. Put my mittens on.
Oh, God. What else? Oh, how you talk to my dogs. Like, I love that. I know that your ex had like 20 animals. They were all there was a geriatric, psychotic chihuahua.
Not only was there 20, they all need to be medicated in some form. There was a cat at one point that I had to literally give a drip IV to for half an hour a day.
That cat doesn't.
Try doing that to a cat and let me know how it goes.
I know. So then.
At a certain point, it's like,
just let it go.
There's a lot of cats in the world. You know?
The cat already had 2 legs in the grave. I'm like, stop forcing it to live. It doesn't want to live.
It doesn't want to.
Right.
No.
I'm like, it was so bad. It was.
That's like, my grandma got to a point where she's like, just let me die. And it's like, at that point, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Just,
okay.
Jesus, just take me now.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Just take me
That's
now.
fine. Yes. This cat is like, I can't tell you that I want to die, but I want to die.
Right.
See, I can't get that point with my animals. Like, I just can't. Like, my first job was taking care of animals. I took care of 16 different horses, 16 different cats. I was a literal cat wrangler. Yeah. They were all outside during the day. I had to wrangle them to bring them back in.
Okay.
I got skills, man. I got
Okay.
skills. Snowball.
What's your trick?
Snowball was the worst. But just food. Just calling them, just, loving on them and stuff. But I could never, so I've seen the difficult situations where if they get hurt or if it's like going like way too far, like just be done with it.
Yeah.
Like, just let them, just send them. But I think with you just being so patient with the dogs too, with Daisy and Delilah, I refer to them as my girls. They are my girls. And you could have laughed at it and you could have made fun of me, but you were so sweet with them.
I'm a stern animal parent, I guess. Again, I expect the best out of animals too. It's like I expect the best out of everybody in life, and it's like, follow the rules. But obviously, she doesn't make them follow the rules. So I get frustrated, but at the same time, I'm not gonna give in.
Make my dogs follow the rules.
I could sit there and eat food, and they'll both be sitting there wanting food. I could not give it to them, and I'll be totally fine.
That is the type of pet parent that I am too. Yes. No, I don't. I have zero tolerance.
Right.
I have a zero tolerance policy for animals behaving like animals. If you're going to be domesticated, everybody has a role in this house and everybody's got to act right.
They have him trained though now. So like I will give each of them a bite of my food. Like we'll hang, because it was me and my 3 girls for it was us 3 for 3 years.
Okay.
Just hanging out together.
Wiling out is what you would call that.
They were my friends. And I'm like, we just hang out. We do everything together. So now, just like even the other day when he makes his chicken sandwich, I'll come walking by and he'll have 2 bites of chicken sandwich, one for each of them. I was just like, aw. You're so sweet.
No, it was just the burnt part. I was going to throw it away.
You're such a liar. You can be, this is a safe space.
You can still give little treats and little love, but when you're coming over here, Buster, my standard poodle, now sleeps out on the porch and as of last night, because he has discovered in his old age he's a middle-aged poodle, he's never jumped up on anything except
they're big.
Yes, except recently he has discovered that on the island, if we have treats up there or whatever, he ate a loaf of bread, he ate a box of crumble cookies, and he eats my cigars, which that dog has eaten hundreds of dollars worth of cigars now. When I came home and I saw that yesterday, I was like, guess what I was thinking about all day?
Does he throw up?
Crumble cookies. No.
Wow.
No, he
He ate a cigar?
He has eaten, and actually what he does, it's worse than that. Cigar, he nibbles the middle out, so it's like I can't do anything with that. Just nibbles
you just
the middle
have
out of it.
the ends.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Monster. I was thinking all day about crumble cookies in a way that like I used to when we were all like in the home.
Yeah.
And you're like, ooh, I'm going to eat my like leftover. I put my
You think
rest
about
of my
it all
Frosty
day.
in the freezer. Yeah. And I
Yeah.
came home and I'll never forget when Lacey, I like opened the door and I was like, where's my Frosty? And she was like, I ate it last night. That was how I felt when I came home and the crumble cookie box was on the floor, and I was like, somebody's gonna die today. This is.
Did he meet you at the door? Like, Delilah will meet me at the door looking guilty. Daisy will hide if they've ever done anything bad. Does he not care?
He cares.
He
It's
does
like,
care.
except he can't get out of his own way. So it's like I walk in the door and he's like, oh my God, I know I did a bad thing. Like he's like lounging on the couch.
Everywhere.
Yes. He'll be lounging on the couch, all like crumble cookie drunk. And then I open the door and he's like, I forgot to clean up the house.
Mom's
Yeah.
home.
Yes.
Make sure not to leave your gummies out.
Yeah. Oh,
Really good.
that dog overdosed himself on a 500 milligram bag of gummies. And I was like, what has happened to my dog? I didn't know that he
Was he
had
just like,
dead. I was like,
was he,
get up. Like I tried to like get him. No. And like,
no wonder
then,
I ate the crumble cookies.
No,
man.
I know.
Cheech
Now
was
he's
going
just-
hard.
Yeah,
man. Had
he
the
was done for.
munchies.
It was 2 days of this dog that
500
I was like,
milligrams?
it was so much, and I was like, this dog, and I didn't know what happened, so I was like, am I gonna have to go to the vet with this dog?
Yeah.
And like because I also, the way that I feel about the medical profession is I'm like, I'll just diagnose myself. I've got an itchy rash. I'm gonna take care of it. Give me a torch and like an iron, and I'll just like.
And you save a bunch of money.
I'm going to save a bunch of money, and I'm just going to
Yeah.
kill whatever is happening on my skin right now. It's fine.
I love it.
So the dog, I'm like, if I need to take you to the vet, it better be life or death, because otherwise, like, I don't want to. When I found out it was 500 milligrams of gummies, I was like, oh, baby boy, buckle up. I'll see you on the other side.
Yeah.
He just had to ride it out.
I would love to have been in his mind during that.
Truly. Absolutely tripping.
Yeah.
When I finally got him to stand up, he was just on his like long poodle legs, and he was just like,
Do you think he actually was able to see in color?
I think he saw sound. Like it was for sure the way that he was experiencing his feet on the ground was like, you don't know where you are.
You could hear
right
the
now.
vibrations of
Yeah.
Mother Earth.
Yeah.
coming
That was like
through.
me in Colorado last month. Man.
Oh my gosh! So when we go to Colorado, we like a few edibles here or there. It always helps when you're dealing with ex-in-laws too.
Hey, just a quick note. We are breaking this episode with Kris and Chelsea up into 2 parts. So listen to part 1 now and stay tuned next week for part 2 of the Kris and Chelsea love story.
Cookies shouldn't be boring, and Molly B's clearly got that memo. These are bold, gourmet, artisan-crafted cookies like hot Cheetos in a cookie bowl. My listeners get 10% off the entire site at mollybees.com with code LOVESTORY. Go ahead, treat yourself. Your taste buds will thank you. You know how some vodkas taste like regret in a bottle? Yeah, this isn't that. Norman's Shuck Vodka from Garden State Distillery is basically a dirty martini already bottled up for you, infused with oysters, seaweed, and sea salt. My listeners get 15% off, so go grab a bottle, shake up your cocktail game, and thank me later. Use my code LOVESTORY at gardenstatedistillery.com.
Thank you for listening to the Love Story Podcast. You can subscribe to the show, and you can follow us at the Love Story Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Do you think you have a love story for the ages? Do you think you have a love story that's like a meet cute? Or maybe you just have a regular old love story, but you guys have been together for so long that you don't even remember how you met? We would love to have you on the Love Story Podcast to tell your story. Every love story is unique. Every love story is special. And whether you think you've got a cool story, a funny story, or just a heartwarming story, or just a story of the everyday, regular old love, that's the kind of stuff we want to hear. Reach out at info@lovestoryweddingshow.com, and we will schedule a time to get you featured on the Love Couch. If you're not local, we have the capabilities of doing it digitally as well. So don't forget to reach out, info@lovestoryweddingshow.com, or head to the show notes.